What's going on, guys? Connor Wells here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Thank you very much for joining me for another video. Hope you're all doing safe and well during these crazy times. In this video, I'm going to be giving you a little behind the scenes look and show you what I do during a photo shoot, the behind the scenes look of me actually taking the photos, getting the model into position. Big love to Shakila. I'll leave her channel up there in the card. She was the model who helped me out on this video. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's roll the intro. So welcome back, guys. Thank you very much for joining me for a video. So like I said, I'm going to be going over what I do, what I've done on a recent photo shoot, and more specifically how to pose someone who may not sort of know how to pose, how to get them into position, and how to go about a photo shoot. Because for someone who's never done a photo shoot before, it can be quite daunting, especially if they're quite shy. You need to make the subject feel very comfortable. So I'm going to be going over that and a few little tips and stuff of what you can do before a shoot and during a shoot as well. So obviously before the shoot, arrange a time, a date, and more specifically a location as well. It's good to liaise with the client or whoever you're shooting, whether it's friend or family, what sort of vibe they want to get from the shoot. If it's something autumnal like I did with this photo shoot, we went into a really lovely woods. It's now sort of full time of the year, so we went into nice woods with like lovely orange trees. That was the vibe of the shoot we were going for. One good thing to do, something that I do as well, is create a map, either on like a document or something, of locations. You know, if someone wants like an urban city kind of vibe, you've got 3 or 4 locations on this map of your area, and you can go, yes, this place, and this place. If they want sort of like a woodland thing, you know, track down some like lovely woodland areas, fields and stuff, and get that in sort of like a database, if you know what I mean. So that's one thing you can do. So make sure you sort of liaise with the client about location. Now, when it comes to the shoot, make sure you're on time. And if there's a little bit of a walk to the actual location where you're going to be shooting, go for a walk with the client to there. Don't just wait for them to arrive. Actually meet them there. If there's a car park, wait for them there. Walk together, and you can have a little chat, you know, have a laugh, a bit of banter. You can build up that rapport. Most importantly, go into the photo shoot with a positive attitude, because what you give out, they're going to give back. So if you're feeling sort of down, if you're quiet, they're going to be sort of withdrawn, uptight and quiet. So you need to sort of be not bright and bubbly, but go into it with like a positive attitude. Oh yeah, half down, that's pretty cool actually. Yeah, love that. And if you like tilt your eyes down like at your shoulder, amazing. And then if you like interact with your scarf, so like as if you're like pulling it like sort of around your neck. Brilliant. And if you like sort of throw it over your shoulder. Brilliant. See, now when it gets into taking the photos, make sure you give them lots of encouragement. If they are someone who needs a bit more direction as well, make sure you give them lots of direction, because the worst thing that they could be feeling is not knowing what to do. If they're shy and not really sure how to pose, make sure you give them lots of encouragement, because those awkward silences are going to make someone feel uncomfortable, and that's not good. So give them lots of direction, give them lots of positions to move themselves into. So for example, I asked this model to interact with her hair, interact with her scarf. That just mixes up the photos as well, and gives them sort of that little bit of encouragement and direction. You get. So if I put my hand there, and it focuses. There you go.
Oh, wow.
There you get the blurry background.
That's so cool. What camera is it?
Canon M50, same as this.
How much does that cost?
About 500.
Okay.
But the closer you move to it,
Yeah.
so if you walk a little bit closer to it, the blurrier the background gets.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's pretty sick, isn't it?
That is. I wish my camera could do that. I spent like 300 on mine.
That's still pretty good.
You think?
Yeah.
Like, well,
Here's actually pretty good, yeah. Make sure during taking photos as well, you don't just sort of stand there and take the photos. Make sure you actually have a good conversation with them whilst they're taking the photos. Make them laugh. Ask the subject how they feel, you know, what's made them happy that day. That way you can get a reaction. And, you know, that may bring about a smile, that may bring about a frown, depending on what sort of shoot you're going for. If it's a happy shoot or something that's sort of sad and a bit more sentimental, then those sort of questions will be great for that. Brilliant. I'll get some that side as well. Brilliant. Now do some portrait ones for that gram. What do you think of? That actually looks like a bit like an album cover or something.
It does. That's cool. Oh, they are very cool.
Proper auto. Actually, that one's my fave.
Yeah, I like that.
One thing I do as well is I start with like full body shots and then slowly move into sort of more close-ups and headshots as well. Getting those full body shots as well is a good way to sort of build someone up ready for the photo shoot as well, because you're not too close, you're not too close to them, and the camera can obviously be a little bit scary if they've never been on a photo shoot before. So stand a bit further back, get the full body shots, and then once the client is a little bit more confident, the model is a little bit more confident, slowly move in and get those sort of headshots, those close-up ones, those tighter shots as well, because yeah, you've built up that rapport, they're a little bit more used to the camera being sort of around them and near their face, and it's just a smoother way to go about things. One thing I like to do before a photo shoot as well is I like to create a mood board. I create a mood board using a service called Paste by WeTransfer, which is a great program for sending large files to clients and uploading stuff as well. But I use Paste and create a mood board. So I go onto sort of places like Pinterest and Tumblr and select a few photos that are sort of the vibe that I'll go for. I'll send that to the client, ask them what photos you like, what photos you don't like, what poses you're comfortable with, and it sort of gears the person up for the shoot as well. It's great, so they have something in mind of what the photographer will be doing on that shoot, and so they can practice poses at home, because yeah, it can be pretty daunting going on a photo shoot, particularly for the first time. And then if you look sort of off to the distance there, amazing, mate. Literally, you're in action. Now make sure as well you give the client, the model, the person you're shooting, lots of eye contact as well. It just makes them feel a little bit more comfortable as well, rather than just looking through the lens. Don't always use the EVF or the viewfinder. Try and use the screen as well. That way you can look at them. You're not stuck behind the camera. You can actually engage and talk during the shoot. So if you have a screen on your camera, I imagine you do, try and take the photos sort of looking through the screen and not just through the viewfinder, because they won't be able to see your face, and being able to see your face, they can interact with you a little bit better as well. And again, going back to sort of direction as well, give the client, the model, whoever you're shooting, something to interact with, whether it's a scarf, a hat, sunglasses, their hair, shirt, you know, if they've got straps on their top or something, ask them to interact with that. Make sure that they're doing something, because, you know, it can be a bit monotonous and lead to the very sort of samey kind of shots if they're just standing to the side looking. Make sure you give them a few tips as well on how to sort of interact with themselves, interact with the surroundings. So if there's leaves or flowers, ask them to look up at the leaves, hold the leaves in their hands. You know, it just creates, you know, something to talk about, something to do during the shoot as well, because just standing there, just taking pictures, snap, it's not always going to be a fun experience, and the shots won't really look the best if they're all going to be the same. So interact with your surroundings, interact with some objects as well. That actually looks like a bit like an album cover or something.
It does. That's cool. Oh, they are very cool.
Proper auto. Actually, that one's my fave.
Yeah, I like that.
Give that a 5-star.
Yay!
I always go back and see, give them a rating. That way I know which ones are great for their editing. Those are really cool. Then I'll get some close-up ones. And after each time you've taken a session of photos at each location during that shoot, make sure you give lots of encouragement as well. Go over and show the client the photos as well. That's always good, that they can see the photos on the day whilst you're shooting. Obviously, make sure you tell them these aren't edited yet. I'm going to go home and edit them. But yeah, make sure you give them lots of encouragement, show them the photos and say, you know, I really, really like this one. Yeah, looking forward to editing this. One thing I make a point of saying is, yeah, I can't wait to edit these. Can't wait to send them to you. Can't wait to give the photos once they're done. And the client will usually be really, really happy about that as well. So that's what I do on the photo shoot. Obviously, you've seen what it's like when I'm taking photos. This one was just in the woods in a field, and obviously I'm showing you now some of the finished results from that photo shoot. I really went for the autumnal vibe, and, you know, really boosted those oranges and browns and those reds as well, really going for that sort of fall autumn vibe. And I'm really, really pleased with the photos. I sent them to a client within a few days, and Shakila, the model who helped me out with this video, link in the description and card up there. She did amazing. She's obviously very, very good at posing, but not everybody might be as confident in front of the camera as others. So keep these tips in mind, and I really do hope they help on your next photo shoot. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you got some value from it, do let me know in the comments below and hit that like button. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.